Hello everyone, my name is Leanne Perry and I'm a Senior Project Manager at the Business Development Center at St. Mary's University, and I'm going to talk to you today about marketing on a small business budget. So for many of you, you'll be working with very limited capital to start your business. You may have gotten a loan through the Students in Business Loan, or you may be starting out with a bit of money that you have yourself. So I've got a top 10 list for you on things that you can do to help keep your money intact and not spend a whole lot on those areas of business that are important. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is how to utilize your networks. So for this is about using all of the resources that are available to you. So most of you, I think, are included in the Facebook group for the Startup 100. So that means that you can go in that group, you can share your experiences, you can talk about some things that maybe you need, and look for opportunities to join forces with other small business owners within the Startup 100 network. See if there are some things that you can collaborate on to maybe get some steam rolling. Perhaps you can offer a service for another student business owner and they can do something in return. You can barter some services, or you can get together and decide to maybe look for something jointly. Another thing I want to mention is the resource Freelancer. So online, Freelancer gives you the ability to go on to have other people get together and basically you crowdsource a logo for yourself. Now this can be very affordable. For around $80, you could have a wonderful, very professional logo for your business. So go on to Freelancer and take a look around and see what's available there, and think about that as an opportunity for you to get some good marketing materials for your business. Another thing that people don't think about very often, but is also important, is to use your own personal network. So think about all of the people that you know, your friends, your family, your neighbors, so friends of the family, and who could be involved in helping to spread the word about your business. Make sure you tell everyone you know about what you're doing. Get onto your social media, start talking about your business, and ask for help wherever you can. Most people will be really happy to help you. The second pointer I want to give you is about choosing the right name. So for this, we call it playing the name game. Think about businesses and companies that you love. Start looking in magazines at different brands and see what it is about those brand names that really catches your attention. A lot of times it's in the style of the logo, but also in the name. They have a really catchy name. So that's very important. Spend some time on that, your name for your business, because you want it to be memorable. You want it to be something that really sticks in people's minds so they don't have to keep sifting through to figure out who you are. So try and spend some time on that. And again, use your network. Run your name idea past your friends and family. Ask them to offer some suggestions as well. That'll really help you. The third is to think about words that influence. So this is where something like keywords can be very important. When you're setting up your web presence, creating your website, doing your social media accounts, really spend some time thinking about those words that influence people. Words like buy now or free offer or special, things that really get people into the purchasing frame of mind. So think about the kinds of words that you can use in your business to entice people to come along and engage in your services. The fourth pointer I want to talk to you about is it's called filling your wallet. So it's really about keeping all that money close to home and not spending where you don't need to spend. So really look, when you're doing your finances, really look at where you can save money. And for this, I want you to think about things like what's a value as opposed to a luxury item. So for example, something like a phone. You can probably get by doing all of your business with a cell phone and a basic cell phone package. Avoid having something like a cell phone, a landline, a fax line, and all of that to go with it. Really think about what you need to start off with and how far those things can take you. And again, think about where you can use the services of other people. So if you need a lot of printing done for your business, for example, Look at where you can partner up. Go onto that Facebook group again and start talking to the other businesses within the Startup 100. Maybe there are 4 or 5 of you who need quite a bit of printing done at one time. See if you can coordinate your efforts and then go to a company like Staples or even a local company nearby that does printing and see if that reduces your costs at all. Any opportunity you have to combine for services or save money, you should be looking for that all the time. Also, things like consider how you can be a loss leader. So Walmart is a company that does this really, really well. They'll have an item that they offer that they actually take a loss on. Often it's some kind of electronic, or DVD is a great example. So they'll have DVDs, they often take a loss on the DVDs. They offer them for 99 cents or $1.99, and they're not recouping their costs on those. What they are doing, however, is getting you in the door. So think about something that you can offer. It may be an add-on or a freebie that you can have with your business that you take a small loss on, but that helps to get people into your business, excited about your products, and entices them to buy more. In the same line, think about how many small items you can offer. I once worked with a business that had an average item in their store that was around $300. Now, most people aren't going to walk into a store and automatically start buying items that are at $300 as the lowest ticket item. You need to entice people into buying something to get them interested in coming back and being a long-term buyer. So have enough smaller items available for people that they can afford. So if your lowest ticket item or main ticket item is around $300, maybe you have some stickers or mugs or something else that people can buy that are branded that will help them to get in that purchasing frame of mind. Also, remember to upsell. Companies like Tim Hortons do this really, really well. So when you have an opportunity to sell something to a person, always take the opportunity to go a little step further and try to sell them an additional item. And a great way to do this, if you think about the Tim Hortons example, is that when you go through the drive-thru, you order your coffee, and then the person on the other end of the microphone says, and we've got a special on, we've got the hockey donut today. Would you like to get a hockey donut for 50 cents to go along with your coffee? So that's an opportunity for them to sell you an additional item to go along with what you're buying. You never thought about that donut before they asked, but now you're thinking about it. So think about things that you can also have available to upsell along with what you're ordinarily offering. The 5th pointer I want to give you is about being a social butterfly. So this is really important. I talked about this in the last marketing video. When you're preparing your social media presence, make sure that you're thinking about how you're going to plan out your activities for when you're on social media. So you should have a really firm plan for how you're doing this. If you're creating a business page for Facebook, think about how you're going to interact with your public. What does your page look like? Are you going to have special offers? Are you going to ask questions and try and get information? Think about how you'll interact with people on Twitter. How can you be an influencer in your environment with what you're offering? If you're the first person out there presenting a certain type of magazine, then how can you be the influencer in that particular subject matter? And then think about other social media platforms that you can use that will really benefit your business. All of these are free, but they take time, so there is a cost associated with that, and you really need to think about how much time you're spending. Others would include YouTube. It's a good opportunity for you to do call to action videos. You could do how-to videos, anything like that. Also things like Instagram. If you have a business that has a really big visual aspect to it, then you should be thinking about using Instagram and getting some traction that way. And also Pinterest. If a lot of your customers and clients are women, Pinterest is 80% women. So you should make sure that you're looking into these things and using any that apply to your business. The 6th point I have for you is about following the right route. If you're in a business that involves any kind of shipping, you should be considering something called drop shipping, and that's the ability for you to basically get whoever you're ordering or is manufacturing your products to deliver straight to your customer. So that completely cuts you out as the middleman. That can cut down your time as well as your costs. So make sure you look into those things when you're planning out any kind of shipping. Also look at shortening the supply chain. If there's an opportunity for you to do selling online direct from your website, then consider that. It cuts out the middleman, so another company that has to do any kind of processing of orders or anything like that for you. If it can be done right from your website cheaply, then you should look into that option. Next, I want you to think about how you can stand out. So this should be a very big part of your marketing plan where you're considering what the experience is of your customer. What is their brand experience going to be? How do you want them to feel when they're interacting with your company? You should be looking at what your customer profile is. So I did talk before about creating a dating profile for your customer. You should make sure that you do that. Who they are, what their age is, their demographic, are they married, do they have a family, how much money do they make a year? These are all things that you should know about your main customer. Use 411. So this is all about gathering information. This is about doing the customer profile, but it's also about gathering information from them directly. Things like their telephone number, their emails, and the ability for them to opt in if you're going to have a newsletter. So make sure that you never waste an opportunity to get information from people. Anytime that they come in to talk to you in your shop or you sit down with them, make sure you're asking them if they'd like to hear more from you and getting this contact information from them. One of the last points I have for you is about creating your loyal customers. So this is about doing special offers. Think about any kind of special offer that you can do for your customers that will get them coming back to you again and again, and that also rivals your competition. So you've heard of BOGO, buy one, get one. So things like that. If there's an opportunity for you to offer a product that they buy and then they get one for free, or maybe they get a second one for half off, think about any opportunity there to do specials. Also consider a point system. So you could have a loyalty card system that somebody comes and purchases something from you. Maybe they get 7 and then the 8th one's free, or they buy 6 and the 7th is free. Whatever works for you, but think of a way to get people engaged with you so that it's more than just them coming in, buying a product and leaving. It's about them coming in, buying a product, and then coming back again and again. You can also consider things like games, so gamification online. If you're really tech savvy, you can probably create something yourself. Otherwise, again, look online for opportunities to collaborate, and the best starting place is to look in your Startup 100 group and to start asking questions. And don't forget about referrals. Anytime someone comes to you and either buys your product or gets a service from you and likes what you've done, don't miss an opportunity to have them talk about that publicly. So anytime somebody purchases something and they say, oh man, I really love this product, I'm coming back to get another one in a month's time, ask them at that point in time, oh, I'm really glad you like that. Would you mind just putting up a couple of comments on my Facebook page? Or could you tweet about that and copy us in? That would be really great. These are wonderful opportunities for you to get that information, and also for other people to see that you're really doing something right. And lastly, one of the most important things is for you to be the expert. So I've talked about this a little bit before in social media, but make sure that you're an expert in your field. Any opportunity you have to talk about what you're doing, to talk about why you love it, what makes you an expert, make sure you're blogging. So don't miss the opportunity to blog and to talk about what it is that you do and why you love what you do. And think about your social media in those terms as well. Your blogging can be done in conjunction with your social media, and you can be using that as a platform to get your information out to people. Make sure you give advice when it's an opportunity, and invite guest speakers. So if you know people in your field who could be talking about, let's say you're a photographer and you belong to a photography group, invite an instructor or someone else to come in and do a guest tweet chat or Twitter chat and talk about some different things that they can be doing. I hope you enjoyed this talk. If you have any questions about some ways that you can save money with your marketing for your business, please drop me a line at leanne.perry@smu.ca. Thanks.